we wanted to make sure that we did something special. We got brothers and sisters from all over the country here today, and the goal today is to continue to push the narrative to get out in the community, to get out in the neighborhood. As organizers and organizations, we got to put ourselves in a position to tackle the block.
Peace, family. When I say our hood, let me hear you say our job, our hood.
Our job.
Our hood.
Our job.
When I say our people, let me hear you say our purpose, our people.
Our purpose.
Our people.
Our purpose.
Peace, family. It's Elijah Miles with TENDEA family. We down from Baltimore City, came down to stand on neighborhood business. So New Era Detroit has shown us love many a times, and they doing work all across the country. So we wanted to make sure that we returned the favor, that when they made that call to organizations around the country, we wanted to be part of them people that accepted that call. TENDEA family, grassroots, direct action organization that's trying to carry on the work of our ancestors. Those people that fought, bled, lived, and died to make it so that we could be here today. And so it's a beautiful occasion to be here today, and we have been happy to tap into Detroit. What up, though?
What up?
New era, era, era. New era, era, new era, era, era. New era, era, new era, era, era. New era, era, new era, era, era. One man. One man. One woman. One woman. One child. One child.
Almost destroying the black man's and black woman's voting rights ability. Tell me, what is your feel? How do we get the hold to the reins again?
So we passed day one, because day one we were free, because we were slaves. We were the commodity, right? And so we gotta, and the right to vote, like why do we need a right to vote? Right? Why do you gotta put a legislation to give us a right to vote? Every human being has a right to participate in this country and the things that they do in this country. So don't give me a right to vote. I'm a human being. I don't need you to tell me I have a right to vote. I got a right to sit at a counter. I got a right to go to the school. Or that I'm 3/5 of a man. I'm a whole goddamn human being. I don't need your legislation. Like, we need to go to the voting box, walk up in there, and vote. They don't need to give you a goddamn right to do that shit. Let's stop following their rights, because it ain't about us. They laws don't meet our standards. That's what it is. So let's stop putting ourselves in their box and incarcerating our mind to their rules and regulations, man. We free. We free. Free your mind, free your body, free your family. Black power for black people, man.
In the winter too, you can win. I'm living proof. It's for that sitting quiet in this living room. It's a war in his head, but you can hear the boom. You know, real when you sick of you. Real saying, man.
About unity. I'm about making our community a safe and decent place to live. Are you connected with those brothers in Chicago, Detroit, New York? It's a global network. And in order for us to really thrive, and in order for this to really be successful, we got to start being men of our word, women of our word, integral, can't be liars, can't be killers, can't be thieves. Because you can't unite with none of those. No matter how much you wear this on your chest, you can't unite with a liar. You can't unite with a thief, right? You can't unite with a scammer, because it destroys the moral fabric of whatever it is that you're trying to build. And that's one of our biggest problems right now. We got the answer.
Our mission is to advance Baltimore's black community by operating transformative programs focused on identity, self-improvement, community service, and development. TENDEA family runs on the basis that we as a people don't know who we are. Until we figure out who we are in a positive sense, and basing our identity based on Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey and Ida B. Wells and Sojourner Truth, and use them as our models and example, then we're not going to be able to get out of this situation as a people. So our programs focus on identity, self-improvement, community service, and development. And what it's about is making sure that we in our community really exemplifying healthy black manhood, exemplifying healthy black womanhood, and taking back our neighborhoods and making them the communities that we desire them to be.
Welcome to Detroit, the city of Chicago, or Baltimore, and so on, man. This is a nation thing. One thing that I know for a fact in traveling to all of these different cities is that we dealing with the exact same stuff in every single city.
Life. Standing as a strong black man in the forefront of young black women with intelligence, with moral substance, with moral fibers, intellectual understanding and purpose. How do you lead as an example? How do you stand as a man in the midst of such empowered individuals and state and power?
So part of what I strive to do as a leader in TENDEA, in leading not only black men, but being an example for black women, is that I strive to make sure that as a black man, that when the society is saying that niggas ain't shit, and that black men are criminals and drug dealers and womanizers, that I'm not a representation of that. I want to make sure that as a leader in TENDEA, that I'm holding up a positive example for black manhood, so they won't able to just say a black man is NBA Youngboy or a black man is LeBron. They can also say as a black man is Elijah Miles, who's a representation of all those ancestors that came before us. Malcolm X wasn't just speaker and activist, he was disciplined. And I want to make sure that in 2026, they still got black men, positive black men to point at that exemplify that. And so I strive to do my best and make sure that I'm also not being deaf to the advice and the guidance that come from black women. And so I want to make sure that I'm not only leading, but listening, practicing in a form of servant leadership all the whole way.
Body out on the next, but that's another topic we'll later touch. Your phone ain't ringing, call or drop. Lord help me out, look into the sky. Stay focused, keep it together. All the losses make the wins better. Stay focused, keep it together. When you get a win, I pray you win forever. You deserve this. You deserve this. You deserve this. Just in case you ain't heard this. Yeah. You deserve this. Just in case you ain't heard this. Bear with me as I word this. You know. You deserve
Good stuff.
Baltimore in the building, bro.
Yes, sir.
He responded to me and get a world, whatever else you feel like they need to hear. What's this about, man? What you part of?
The unity movement is about family. It's about connecting our communities as one. First, my goal within this unity movement is to reach the youth. Because as a kid, I didn't know how to read. All I did was steal, rob, and play with guns. I found myself in jail, did 14 years, not because I did a heinous crime, because I didn't know how to read. I taught myself how to read through Bible scriptures that my auntie wrote. Wow. All right? I didn't know how to read the words because I didn't never know how the words look. But I knew how the words sound, and I knew the scriptures by heart. So I wrote them every day. Every day. That's how I memorized Psalms 23, Psalms 27, Psalms 100, Matthew chapter 5, James chapter 1, Genesis chapter 1. I know all of our heart because I wrote them every day. But the unity movement is because I had to become one with the individuals that saw light in me while I was in prison. The ones that saw that I could be something better. Because all the people that I was in the cell with, they had natural life, 80 years, Menard and Stavia. There's people that will never see the day again. I have friends that died and lost their life while I was in slavery. Because prison is slavery. For anybody that think that slavery don't no longer exist, it exists, and it will continue to exist until we eradicate the prison system. But nevertheless, we're on unity right now. Now, our kids is the future. So I joined the unity movement primarily because I know kids they don't get nurtured enough. They don't get cultivated enough. They don't get loved on enough. So if you look around right now, you got people from New York, Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago. We are all links. We are the tribe of Judah. Ain't no lost tribe. All 12 tribes is around each other right now. All right? So the unity movement, man, is to bring our land back to its rightful people. That's what the unity movement is for. Yes, sir. Anybody that's in the way,
Hey man, don't get him started, man.
Where does the youth fall in line here? How do you impact the youth of your community using your movement? How does your platform affect the future of tomorrow?
TENDEA family runs a youth program called TENDEA's Cadet Program. And in TENDEA's Cadet Program, we look at ourselves kind of like the Black Boy Scouts, where the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts train mostly white kids to survive in the woods and all that type of thing. We look at ourselves as training black boys and girls to survive in the trenches and thrive in the trenches and become leaders in those trenches. And so part of what we do is that every Sunday, we have a cadet class where we're making sure that black kids know who they are. We're teaching history. We're teaching life skills. We're making sure that they have all the skills necessary to not only get a good career and get a good job, but to change the hood that they exist in. And then on top of that class, after that class, we go out into the community. Every week is a community cleanup and giveaway that's youth-led, because we trained them to lead, and then we also push them out there so they can exemplify that leadership. In our program, what we strive to do is not just say, where's Martin, where's Malcolm, where's Ida B. Wells? We try to make sure that we got a factory that produces those people so that we're not looking for the next leader of the black community, that our community is producing those year after year after year.